guys. Well, we're gonna see if it's working this time. This will be the second time we started it today, so we will see. I am hooked up to all my good internets like they told me to, so we're gonna find out today. So I'm throwing on my clarity. I just did. I probably took a bath in my peace and calming because I sat here doing it. I've probably been on maybe 5 minutes. I'm like, okay, nobody's popping in and saying hi, so this is really important to me. When you pop in, please say hello. Tell me you're watching it on replay or that you're in here live with me so I know whether or not I'm alone, because I ended up going on my phone to see if it was showing and it wasn't showing. So I wasn't on live. So I oiled up in my piece and called me, yay, Elaine. I'm not alone. Woo, that's what I needed to know, that it's actually going. So good afternoon, good morning, depending on where you are. And yes, even if you're just popping on from the replay, tell me you're doing replay. It gives me an idea of how many people are seeing it and when. Are you in real time with me? Are you watching on a replay? Are you watching it a month from now? Because those make me feel, loved. And today, oh gosh, I don't even know what I want to put on. Put on some more wintergreen. I love my wintergreen. Hello, Melissa. Hello. So happy I'm not alone. Okay, so that was a brand new fresh wintergreen. But I got to tell you, wintergreen is one of those oils that it warms up. Like when you put it on, it warms up, and I love it. And we were really trying to identify, because it's what I put on my arms all the time with my peppermint and deep relief. And it's because back in the day when I was dealing with MS and all kinds of different, health stuff that I had going on, that warm, soothing sensation that happened when I would use like my Cool Azul and my peppermint and my wintergreen deep relief, because I'd rub it all over my shoulders, my chest, my back. I've been at events and I've just rubbed it on my face, and people are like, are you putting that on your face? Listen, when you use it all the time, it changes. And it's just still one of those. And it was so super funny. My 5-year-old granddaughter is not a fan of the minty smell. She loves her oils, but she's not a fan of mint. And she said they were at the expo in their neighborhood. They went to, rides and all that stuff. And she said, Gigi, I was there and I smelled you, and I looked all over and I couldn't find you, but I could smell you. I said, you smelled me. And he said, yeah, it was minty. It was bleh. I died. Is that the sweetest? Like, she will always have this memory of her Gigi being minty, because I'm always minty. So on to today's topic. Today, y'all, we are talking, it's a business topic, right? So we are talking about what a home experience is. Like, what is a home experience? How do you do it? How do you follow up? How do you get people to come? How many of you guys have done something and nobody shows up for it? So how do you get people to come to your home experience? And what do you do when you're there? So this is the world of courting Shannon. If you are doing it different and you are being successful, you do you, boo. But this is just for those that are trying to either find a new way, maybe a way to get different people that haven't come in a while. These are some of the things that I personally do. So I'm going to start with some ideas for unique home experiences. So this is what I found. I've been doing this since 2007. And I know there's lots of amazing leaders out there that they do just oil parties, and they have been insanely successful. So they talk about the different oil kits. We've got multiple different kits, bundles that you can use. And that's really where they share from. Oil parties, or maybe Ninja Red parties, or maybe Thieves parties. So I think all of us are familiar with those three. So I'm going to step outside of the box. I don't know if you've ever noticed, all of my classes have different topics. And they have that for a couple of reasons. I know that some of my people have been in since 2007 with me. So they don't need to hear the same oil party information or the same oil kit information. And quite frankly, I'm going to be honest, I get bored teaching the same thing over and over and over. So if any of the stuff I share, you're like, it's too much, don't do it. You do you. The most important thing about a home experience is that you have fun. You got to enjoy it. Yeah, listen, I'm in this until I die. Like, this is a forever thing. So I want to have fun when I do it. When I teach my classes, I joke around. If you don't get my sense of humor, I'm probably not your girl, because I joke. I talk about all the different things that are fun for me, and I share my life, who I am, what I'm going through, because I assume there's other people out there going through the stuff, and I want to be relatable. I want to be totally blatantly honest that I have good days, I have bad days. Anybody? Good days, bad days? Give me a I have bad days, give me a I have good days, because I want to know I'm not alone. And I know that, you're not alone either. We all have those ups and downs. So I want to be relatable. I want to be able to have fun. So some of the things, I'm going to give you one of my ideas right now. I've done it probably every year for about 10 years. Funny when I say I don't want to do things over and over. But I like to do seasonal things. I like to stay with what's in season. And you got to be proactive. So we are September, October, November. These are perfect times to do some fall classes. And you can call them whatever you want. One of my favorite things that I've called it for years is pumpkin spice and everything nice. It's just a fun way to get people together. Will I still talk about oils? You bet your bippy. Will I talk about cooking with oils? Yes. Will I talk about nature bread? Yes. Will I talk about einkorn wheat and doing all the things? Yes. But it's going to come at it, first of all, you can go to shannonhudsonwild.com, and I have got postcard invitations in my website somewhere. If y'all don't find them, let me know and I will make them live again. I probably took them off and I haven't clicked the button to make them live. But they're just pumpkin spice and everything nice. Come get oily with us. And then you put all your contact information on it so that you can hand them out, like just hand them to people when you're talking. You see a friend, you're at church, you can hand them the invitation because it reminds them to the time and the when and the where. And we're going to talk about how you get people there. But those hard copy, listen, some of us are old school, and most people, our memory is this short. So giving them something with your information is easy. And they're set up to print out 4 on a cardstock piece or even a regular piece of paper if you want to turn them into a little flyer. You can do that. You can add all your contact information. They are done as, I think in the website, I have them set up as a picture. So you can just put 4 on a page and they're good to go, or you can put them into something like Canva and add your printed contact information. Do whatever you want with them. They're free. They're in the website. As a matter of fact, there's a bunch. There's oily foam. We'll talk about it. I got a bunch of stuff in there to help equip you to get those home experiences. So what would I do at a pumpkin spice everything nice party? Well, one, if you go to my website, there is a recipe for the best einkorn pumpkin bread ever. We use our cinnamon vitality. We've got just, it's oily goodness. It is moist and so good. So you could make that ahead so people could have a piece of bread, right? And on it, they could spread something you can make there, which is my cinnamon macadamia nut butter. Now you can use any nuts you want. I like macadamia because they are delicious and those good fats that I talk about all the time. But you could do it with walnuts. You could do it with anything. The recipe is on shannonhudsonwild.com. Pull up that recipe, and this, you can have your already soaked nuts sitting in a mason jar. You can show them how you put your cinnamon oil right in there, shake it up, drain those out, and then you're going to dump those into a blender with a couple more drops of cinnamon vitality or whatever flavor you want. You can put that inside there, and then you just whip that up, and it will turn to butter right in front of their eyes. And how quickly it was. And I am telling you what, that nut butter, don't make it because you're going to become addicted. Don't make it unless you're willing to make it again. And you just refrigerate it, and you can put it on toast in the morning. You can put it on your bagels. You can use it to dip apples. My grandkids love dipping their apples, and then they do their carrots in it as well. So it is delicious. It is easy. It takes seconds to make, and it's something they have to get the cinnamon vitality in order to make that, right? So they're going to get so much goodness just in those 2 things, and they can spread that butter on the pumpkin bread if you want to, or like I said, chop up some apples so they can dip it in it and see how versatile it is. It's amazing. And then you can do things like cinnamon walnuts. So I've got again on my website. You can use any kind of nuts for this, but it is I use monk sweetener, the powdered sugar kind, and I add my cinnamon directly to that. I oil my nuts, I roll them in that, and honestly, you could eat it just like that. But you can also then throw them in a fry pan and toast them up. Takes it to another level. But they're quick, they're easy, and it's showing people how to use our oils in our food, in that it took minutes. This is not something that takes hours and hours to do. It's minutes, and people like minutes because that's what they now have. And I would focus on our fall bundle. That is new this year. I've never been able to do that before because it comes with a beautiful diffuser. It comes with I printed it out so I wouldn't forget. It comes with a thieves cleaner. So I would definitely show them how you take 1 little ounce of that, put it in a spray bottle, and it's a cleaner, and how you can add to that something like our simplified pumpkin spice oil. So they've got a pumpkin spice aroma thieves cleaner, and if you want to, you could do those as giveaways. Everybody could make one of those. You don't have to. You don't have to do giveaways at an event, or you can say everybody that goes ahead and grabs the fall bundle will leave today with a free spray bottle that's already made up with the pumpkin spice oil in there. So you can do that. And also know you don't have to have the full kit to do this. If you're like, I would love to do that, but I have to wait and I have to order the kit. If you have any of these products, do you have thieves? You do. Do you have a diffuser? You probably do. So you got 2 of the main culprits right there. Do you have Christmas spirit? Do you have nutmeg? Do you have orange essential oil, clove essential oil, grapefruit essential oil, or bergamot essential oil? You can use any of those oils that you have, or quite frankly, any oil that we have, and show a picture of this. You don't have to have the whole kit to be able to share it. You can, right now, you're not smelling my oils, right? I don't have any of those oils sitting here, but we're still talking about that. So you don't let that be a stopper for you doing what you know you ought to be doing, which is sharing this stuff. So it's a fun class. And again, you don't actually have to make the pumpkin bread. You can share the recipe cards for it. You don't actually have to make the macadamia nut butter. Share the cards for it. You can find some other recipes of your own. Something, the hot cider. You could do hot cider and show them how they can spice it up with our vitality oils. So you could do a pumpkin spice everything nice party from 1,000 different angles of things that work for you. You can show them how to make a recipe card for making a pumpkin spice air freshener, right? So, and that would just be putting the oils on, and you can Google any of these most of them are probably on my website, but you can Google and find your own as well. So there's lots of different ways that you can do it, but let's talk about some other parties that you can do. So again, whatever works for you, whatever you're interested in, you can do. But you could do a sips and dips party. Those are fun. Again, it gives people that chance to be able to touch, feel, smell. So grab a couple of the vitality oils that you like, and those would be your sips. So you can do your Ninja Rad, you could do your Zing if you want to, and or you can talk about those things if you don't have them, and how you can add the different flavors into there to make great combinations. And if you Google essential oils and drinks, like you could do hot drinks, you could do alcohol. There's people that do them where they do, I think there's even a book on it. Essential oils and mocktails, I think it is. So there's lots of, and the reason why I add dips to it is, again, I want people to start learning how easy it is to incorporate those foods into their life. So the dips are easy. I would guess there's probably 7 different recipes on my website of different dips that you can make. Ranch and a Thousand Island and vinaigrettes and Ninja Red dressing, and all of those can be used as dips or marinades or salad dressings, depending on how you thin them out. So you can pull up, again, does not have to be something you make. It can be, but it can also be something where you just share the cards, you share the recipes. Geez, you can make it really easy and just open my website and go, here's a recipe, here's a recipe, here's a recipe. So your peeps can do that. And then it would be, what products would you talk about? So if I was doing a sips and dips, I'd be talking about our amazing Ninja Rad and the different ways that they can get started with our Ninja Rad, because we have lots of different ways that they can do it, and what makes it so amazing, and why would I want to be sipping on this on the regular? If you're going to use our Zing, then they can get the kit that has our Zing and our Nitro and our Ninja, and those would be the ones that I would do. And I would also throw in some of the great vitality oils, and I would always mention, especially this season, that the fall bundle is an option for them, because they can get, what is that, $115? It's $130 for them to grab that fall bundle, and they can get a 10% off coupon, so they actually get it for less than $115. I'm just saying, those are great ways to do it. Dressings and meal prep fun. I have really good turnouts when I'm doing things like the dressings and meal prep, because people are looking for that easy. Like when you see what's trending as far as what people are searching and looking up, meal prep is always one of the ones that's in the top 20 things, because people are looking for that easy. And again, you don't have to do the meal prep. You're going to talk about how you do meal prep. And if you're not sure how you would even share that, I've got a video on my website on meal prep and what we do for our family for meal prepping. So that can give you some quick ideas and how I incorporate, I'll make 3 dressings at the beginning of the week so that I know when our veggies are all cut up and our salads are all prepped, we can have different flavors of dressings. And then towards the middle of the week, those turn into marinades so that, because they're not going to last 2 weeks. There's no preservatives in them. And how we do that, and how we use the oils in there, and how I use Ninja Red in our cooking, and how we do things like for breakfast meal preps and evening meals, things like our pure protein and our Balance Complete. So it opens up a whole nother category. So I am still talking about the oils and how you would use those and which kits you could get, but in the meal prep one, I'm leaning towards our Ninja Red, and I'm leaning into our pure protein and our vitality oil. So again, the reason why I like different topics is A, you're going to draw different personalities, and B, you're going to have somebody that came to your sips and dips class that'll be like, oh my gosh, I will so be there for your meal prep. When are you doing it? So you're always talking about the next thing that you have coming up. And it could be, I was just talking to my friend Marlene last night, that having just something monthly at her house is just amazing for her peeps. They get together and they do scan days, which is something else you can do. It's just scan days, and she's there all day long, and they scan every half hour. They have another person that they scan. And so they scan, they talk about that person's life, what they have going on, what they can do for their next loyalty rewards. And those scan days, she'll sit there for 10 hours and scanning people, boom, 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 5 hours, 3 hours, 2 hours, depending on how many people they have. And they just are there for that all day long. So that may be something that you're doing for your people that are already in, that need that touch, that need to know what they do next. Maybe they don't even know where to start. That's a great way to narrow that down. So think outside of the box. A home experience does not have to be just an oil kit. Some other ideas. I'm going to go through these a little bit quicker. Oh, healthy hormones in you. I'm going to pause here for a minute. You guys, healthy hormones, it is such a trigger. Again, when you're Googling what the top searches are, people need hormone education like hardcore. And if you're like, well, I need hormone education, I don't know where to go, what to do, I am telling you right now, it is going up on our website today. Everybody's finishing details right now. But you need to get plane tickets, you need to get a hotel, and you need to come see me in Michigan. We are doing a 2-day hormone health summit, and it is going to be from 9 in the morning until 5:30 at night. Hormones. We're talking adrenals, we're talking thyroids, we're talking about the diabetes deception and how people are so confused. We're talking insulin resistance. We are doing MTHFR, and your genetics are not your destiny, that we are in control of that. We are doing, oh my gosh, you guys, so much. We're doing neurotransmitters, and we're talking the addiction process. So we're talking testosterone and our men in staying strong, and that memory that happens for our men. Like, y'all, I know you're like, it's in Michigan and I live in Kentucky. Get a car, put 4 people in the car, drive up together. The hotels up here are like $130, $140. Put all 4 people in a hotel. It will be worth your time. So you look for me posting it. But you can do a Hormones in You series. So you can take the information that you get, and you can have 4 weeks of hormone stuff that you can do for your peeps. You can be like, this week we're going to do adrenal and thyroids and getting your hormones in check, and call it your healthy hormones. And I'm telling you, you need to come see us for this event is going to knock your socks off. We're going to do business. It's going to be amazing. I am just so, in the speakers, y'all, we got Dr. Ali coming. Dr. Ali, oh, you guys, is he not the best? I am so excited. We got Jihan Thomas. You just need to come. It's going to be, and the speakers we have coming from corporate, you're going to be blown away. I just can't wait. I'm sorry. Back to topic. Where was I? You can do a class on staying or getting slim during the holidays. September, October, November, almost everybody goes up 5 pounds. What is happening? When is the stress? The date, Tammy, is November 7th, 8th, and 9th. And the reason it's 3 days is because the 7th in the evening, I know you're going to have to be here early for a hotel because the conference starts at 8 a.m. So we're doing a bonus business builder at 6 p.m. on the Thursday before the event. So make sure you're flying in before that. The link will go live today, so keep checking back for that, because this one's going to sell out. It's going to sell out very, very quickly, and especially when you see the prices of the tickets. are so inexpensive for the first month. I just love you guys. I'm so excited. I can't wait to hug all your necks. You don't even know. So, staying or getting slim during the holidays. What are the oils that we have that help with it? You could do a class, a home experience, just on natural appetite suppressant. Like if I said right now, you can come to my class tomorrow night, come to my house, and we're going to talk about ways to have natural appetite suppression. You know you would be there. Like tell me right now you'd come. Say, I'd come see you because I know you would because we're all interested in it. So you could do a fun class on that. And where do you get the information for that? Go to my video where I talked about my weight loss. In there, there's about 15 different things that I mentioned that help with that satiety so we're not starving. So you would have that Ninja Red Kit would be your base, and from there you would go to the other products that we're talking about. Our Olive Essential, you're gonna have to go with Cortisol because of the amazing stress thing. So see how you can take bibbits of a basic topic, bibbits, in something you love. So maybe none of these are you. Maybe you're like, oh, I love exercise. Why are you not doing home experiences that have exercise in them? I have one of my gals, Denise. I absolutely love Denise Compton. She is having her friends. She's, a little bit older than me, but she's having all of her friends, 8 to 10 people, come over weekly, and they're doing a basic yoga and oils. Are you kidding? And these are not people that are in Young Living. This is a way for her to reach out to people that aren't in Young Living to bring them into this world of Young Living. Now, are some of them in Young Living now? Well, you bet your bippy, because that's what the classes are about, right? So I'm just saying, take the thing that you love, something you're passionate about, and do the thing. You can do, let's see, emotional release and oily fun. Yeah, are you kidding? It's a game changer, life changer. Do those kinds of ones. Do fur babies and oils. People are always asking me, is it safe for my cats? Do a pet. We have an entire pet line that you could do it. And I'm here to tell you, when it comes to business, people will spend more on their pets and their children than they ever spend on themselves, especially women. We tend to take care of everybody else and we put our needs on the back burner. And there's something about this season, September, October, November, and really talking about them being, this is a gift you're giving yourself. Those are words that you can talk about when you're going over the things and why it's okay to get the sips and dips going on, because it's a gift for you. It's a way for you to get away and have some fun, and you can incorporate some games, as much interaction as you like. Whatever you enjoy. Are you a make and take girl? Give me make and take. Are you a make and take person? So I am not a make and take person. I share recipes with you guys, but this is the roll-ons that I have. If Young Living made a roll-on, Shannon uses the roll-on. Very seldom will you see me with a homemade roll-on, those cute, gorgeous things that you guys make, because I just grab what's already made. I love the blends that Gary made us. But if you like making make and takes, guess what? You are going to draw to you people that like make and takes. So make and take it up. You do what works for you for your parties. A couple other ones. Mama's Oily Wellness. Mama's Oily Wellness classes are fantastic because moms are always looking for what they can do for their kids. So Mama's Oily Wellness, great classes. And you can advertise, like literally talk to your homeschool friends. These are people that are have a little bit more time. Have an afternoon Mama's Oily Wellness. Have stuff for the kids to do at the house. Let them run around and play. Maybe you're a mama yourself and you're like, I can't do any of this. I just got the kids with me all the time. Then incorporate your kids in your life. When we got into Young Living, I had 4 littles and I was a homeschool mama. And so my kids had to come with me because I never let them go to babysitters. I'm going to be honest. I was that mom. I was that control freak. Okay. So doing those things would be a great idea. Do one on memory, brain, and loving on your brain and memory. That's a great class because again, it would be Ninja Red, it would be your Nitro, it would be things like brain power, it would be things like clarity. So you don't have to have all of these products on hand, but you can talk about them. You can literally get out any of the oil, desk reference, pocket reference, and teach directly out of there. Because people are just, first of all, they need to be social. It is so healthy for us to be social. So just those types of things. Just those, a couple more. Sexy Skin. Sexy Skin is a fun one, especially that we have that beautiful firming cream. That's a great one. We have the entire art line. We have the balance. We have so many different things for our beautiful skin. So when we stopped having the makeup, people suddenly stopped doing anything with our skin. But friend, our skin still needs TLC and we got all the stuff. So you can have a fun one. Again, you can talk about the different ones without having to use them. That way they find out what the different ones do. You can dig in the book together. You don't even have to really prep any of it. It's all, the information is all on our website, and you could teach directly from the website. We have got so many options of things. You could do just pretty much anything. You turn it into a fun class, because you only, in these interactions, you really only need 30 to 40 minutes of topic where you're chit-chatting, because it's done casual. It's at that kitchen table. It is sitting around the, on the floor, talking to your friends, throwing your oils out. I love, Mary always said that she just would come to their houses and just literally dump out her purse with all the stuff, and she'd talk about each individual thing. Like, we make it too hard. It needs to be fun. It needs to be, the more they can experience and smell, the better. So even if you're maybe talking about skincare and you don't have any of the skincare yourself, bring any of the oils that you personally have that when you look them up, say they're great for skin. So those would be things like your frankincense, your sandalwood, your clary sage, there's so many good ones. Lavender, it comes in the kits. So you can talk about any of it. It doesn't matter if it's a specific kit, because this is what's going to happen. I think most of you guys will share, and you'll do your thing and you love your stuff, but you never close the sale. I'm going to use my mom voice on you right now. If you share, but you never close the sale, in other words, you never get these oils into their house, into their home, and on their body, so you didn't finish it. If you don't finish it, you can't change a life. You have to. I know most people in Young Living, we are yellows. We want to help and love the world. Love. And we will give stacks of information. And we might even share all of our oils. But we never say things like, let's get you some. Let's get you some. What would you like to start with today? Do you want to get everything we talked about? Or do you just want to pick a few? See, those are closing lines that bring it to a sale. And here's what you need to know. If these people came over to your house and they have smelled your oils and you have talked about all the things, they're there knowing that at the end of the conversation, you're going to look for a sale. You're going to look for that finish, because I think we get sketched out and we're like, I don't want them to think I'm selling them anything. Friend, they already do. They already know there is a close coming. Like, do you go to the barber, to the hair salon, and they do your hair and all the stuff, and then at the end when they say, okay, it's $20, $30, $40, you can tell how cheap I am and where I go, and they're like, yes. And you're like, what? You want me to pay for stuff? Like, you're not shocked. You go to a grocery store, you put all your stuff in the cart, you go to the counter, you put it on the counter, she's ringing it, ding, 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 and at the end she says, that's $708 billion because groceries have gone up. You don't go, I have to pay for that? I didn't know. I thought I got a friend. They know. Finish it. Give them a chance to get these products into their home. It's so important that you say, and two of the things that I think are really easy, the let's get you some is actually Vicky offer. That's let's get you some. Let's just get you some. I love that. I think it's so easy. I also like, do you want to get everything right now or just part of it? Because in the conversation, like I said, in just that fall kit alone, I would be talking about 7 oils. I would probably also talk about the simplified oils. So that's 8 oils. It also has a diffuser. That's 9. And then I would talk about thieves. That's 10 things. So, and I'm always going to mention Ninja Red. Even if it's just a little side note to something, Ninja Red will be a part of what I say. So that's 10 things. So when I say, do you want to get everything right now or do you want to just get part of it? When they say, well, I think I'll just do that part. I say, that kit. You can get so many of those, that kit. You can get, especially if you use my special code tonight, you can get it for like $115. Is that a good spot for you to start today? So it's all in their hands. They get to choose, but you have to give them a close. And that's whatever class you're doing. You have to have that close of let's get you some. And I'm telling you some things I still have. I like paper applications because I'm old. And I like just saying, here you go. Go ahead and start filling this out. You can do it that way. I also tend to personally, again, I'm old school, right? So I use clipboards. And I will put a clipboard, and on the clipboard I'll have the application, and I'll have some sticky notes on the side. So when they come in, I say, here you go, fill out this top part, and that is their name, how they like to be contacted. You know, do you prefer email, text, phone? What is it you like? So how would you like to be contacted? So I've got all your contact information, because then at the end, when I say go ahead and pick what you would like, that it's already on there. So they can say, well, I'll take this kit right here. That sounds like a really good spot. And then there's a spot on there that is all about loyalty rewards, what items they want. So that's where we would put the extra stuff, is just in there. So I have it all written down, and I know. And the reason I have this, I say, go ahead and fill out your name, address, all that stuff, your favorite way to be contacted. And then on this little sticky note, this is so important. Please add this to what you're doing. You will grow so much faster. You will change so many more lives. Add this to what you are doing. On the sticky note, say, now listen, while we're talking tonight, we're going to talk about all kinds of stuff. We're going to go really, really fast. Write down the things that really excite you. But seriously, if I say something that makes you think of somebody else, like I'm talking about, you know, weight loss, and you're like, oh, my sister so needs that, write down your sister's name and then write down weight loss. If I talk about healthy, amazing, our healthy men, and you go, oh, my husband needs that, and I talk about Powergize, I want you to write down your husband's name and Powergize, because everything I share to you, the world does not know that there are health options. They don't. And so if somebody's name pops into your head, it's something that I need you to ask them. I need you to tell them, girl, I was at a class and she was talking about, and it was you. I thought of you instantly. Because here's the truth. Most people don't know that they need to tell other people. We live in a world of miracles. Like, this is the Jetsons. You and me talking right now, and you're seeing my face, and I'm sharing with you. This is the Jetsons. When I was growing up, that was not a thing, but we live in a time of miracles. If you have a headache and you take, 2 pills to take care of that headache, and the headache goes away in 30 minutes, you don't call your friend and go, oh my gosh, I just found the best thing, and I took it. No, Tylenol is normal. So we need to normalize telling people when something good happens, because we just don't do that anymore. So if you're at a class and you tell people, when you think of somebody, please write their name down in the item, like what I talked about that made you think of them. If you don't remember the name of it, just write, what it made them feel, fuzzy feelings, write it down so that we can make sure we help them. This is how you duplicate the process. So if when I introduce a new person and I get them on that fall bundle and they're super in love and they had thought of their sister and their aunt and their girlfriend that they went to school with, and I say, when we're getting their stuff, when we're filling out that application, because we're finishing it, we're ordering the stuff right now, not later. Right now, not later. We're filling that out. I will say, oh, I see you have your sister's name on there. What made you think of your sister during it? Oh my gosh, that is so exciting. I can't wait for us to tell her. See how I'm automatically setting it up for us to do the next. So during this entire engagement, I will be saying things like, oh my gosh, it would mean the world to me if you wanted to have a sip and dip for you and your friends. How many friends do you think it would be fun to have? Because you don't want to have too many friends. I always say that because I want them to know it's not about size. We don't need 100 people. 2 friends is a perfect way to duplicate. So I'm doing this party right now for Mary Jane, and she is just having a wonderful time, and she has 3 people that show up. While I'm talking to those 3 people of Mary Jane's and how to make sure that they love the stuff, which one they're going to start with, I say, would you be okay having your friends come over and play with the stuff or make some pumpkin bread? And I go right there. If they go, oh, my house isn't really good for it. Oh, you know what we could do? I do these a lot. Let's plan on meeting at Panera Bread. We'll have your friends come up. We'll do the same thing. We'll have a really good time. Maybe we'll switch the party to, and I give her another option. Because clearly I can't take pumpkin bread to Panera, but I can take the recipe cards so that they can make their own. So I'm going to be the answer to what's happening, because from each party, from each home experience, you want to have 2 more home experiences. So home experience to 2 more home experiences to home experience, and you keep moving. And like Marlene said, she monthly gets together and does these great all-day scan days from there, she's got some of her people that are now doing scan days at their homes. So now that has expanded. So once a month, you can have a home experience or a Panera Bread experience or a park experience or wherever you want to get together and meet that you can do consistently. So you'll say the first Tuesday of every month you're having a home experience, and you could change it up to a different fun thing each time. And then from that, you can say, who wants me to come and do a home experience? That's where you could do, if I were going to do make and takes or giveaways, those are the things I would do. When you book with me another home experience, this is what we can do. You can get that pumpkin spice thieves cleaner. We'll make it right now and you can take it with you. You see how you can use those to your advantage? Because it's got to be, if you have been building for a long time and you're like, I enroll 2 or 3 people a month, or maybe you're not enrolling anybody and you're trying to do this. Those closing words, helping them get it into their home. And then let's if somebody gets that kit, if they grab one of those kits, dude, I would give them 3 options of a home experience they can have at their house. So one, because you know them, they've been talking, they're a mama with all the mama friends, and you can literally say, you know what we should do? Let's just do a mama and oils class at your house, the healthy mama oil class, or whatever you want to call it. If they are all about their fur babies, because they'll tell you what they're into. If they are really concerned about toxins, you can do a toxins in you class. You can do there's nothing out of the realm that you can do, because we have a kit for that. We have an oil for that. We have a bundle for that. All of those things. So just make sure you're doing your steps. So even if you're doing an expo, I have a list of some of the fun oily in-home experiences you can do. And if at the expo they grab just a bottle of Peace and Calming, make sure you're talking about them getting a free whatever you're going to do for a home experience with 2 to 3 people. So I like saying 2 to 3 people. If they have more, it's fantastic, but it's not overwhelming. Most people nowadays do not have 30 friends like we did back in the olden days. Most people don't like going anywhere. So I want to accommodate them. But how happy would you be if you had 2 to 3 people every single month that brought 2 to 3 people, so that you were doing these home experiences and duplicating the process? Because under each of them, there's another little home experience going to happen. There's another sitting across the kitchen table going to happen. And for those of you that are like, I just can't teach, I just stand and it's too much, I can't. You don't have to. First of all, you can literally, I have, down in Florida, my friend Stella and, oh my goodness, her name just left my head. I got some friends down in Florida that they have a weekly class, might be monthly that they do. But they will just pop me on teaching the Monday night class, whatever it happens to be. I'm that first half hour, 45 minutes. Then they socialize, they play, they talk about it. I don't know what they do because I'm not in Florida, but I wish I were. But they just use the videos that I do. So you can do that with, there's hundreds of videos on my website that you can use. But you know what? There are hundreds and hundreds of diamonds and crowns and royals that have videos galore that would share them. Young Living has oodles of videos that you can use. So you can just press play. Open up your what is this thing I'm looking at? Open up your laptop and hit play. You can pick any of those, and then you are the love. You are the teachy. You are the touchy. You are the, smell the oils. Like last week, oh my gosh, I cannot remember the other gal down there. She sent me a message and she said, hey, we have everybody coming over. Can you let me know which products you're going to have so we can have them on hand so they can smell, sniff, touch, do? Of course I can. So you can just have the ones that you have. Julie, yes, Julie just did a class on GLP-1s that I did on weight loss because she has lost oodles, a lot of weight. Her before and afters are absolutely gorgeous. But she used the PowerPoint and the video that I did and just hit play for her peeps so that it was a full, intensive class because I talk fast and I go deep. And then she was there to do the things, to finish it, to let them share the oils. So don't feel like you have to be the knowledge or that you do not have to study and research for days and days and days before an event, because what will happen is you're going to get burnt out. Take core information, use the tools that are there, and go share it with other people. So on next Thursday, I will be on, I don't even know what that topic is, y'all. You know what? I'm going to see if I can look at it without leaving you guys, because every Thursday at 11, it's a business topic. We are I am pushing for my crown diamond. I hope that you are pushing for something else. Next week, we're doing creating more and choosing to soar. This is how we really set up a plan of action for what you really want. So I don't care if I get paid as a platinum. My highest rank was diamond. I am move through diamond again and hit my crown. That's where I am. So where are you? What rank are you right now? What rank do you want to be? Why are you out there? What are you pushing for? And we're going to talk about how you create a plan of action and how you institute, how you find the time to be able to do those things. And even if you've been bummed out because things haven't gone the way you thought they were going to go and you expected this constant rise, because that's not how it works either, we're going to talk about that. And then on Monday at 6, every week is a health topic. The next health topic is, strong, healthy immune system. So we are going to go over, that is another great home experience class that you can do. Again, you can use the class that I teach, or you can watch the class, take notes. Dude, you could do it word for word. You can get the transcript. I believe you can pull up transcripts from YouTube now. And there's your word for word. Do you put your spin on it? You be you. And do the things you love. If you love it and you're passionate about it, turn around and share it however your little heart desires. But ask for the sale at the end. You have to make sure, let's get you some. Let's get you started. What do you want to start with today? Everything or just some of it? All of those are just ways to finish that. And then some cool things. Like I've been doing this when you're just out and about, like you're talking to a waitress, you can literally go to youngliving.com and have them just put that stuff in the cart. So say we talked about 3 things. We talked about peace and calming, eucalyptus globulus, and cypress. Those are what we talked about. And she's like, oh my gosh, that sounds amazing. I'll have to check that out. That's a phrase that means they're probably not going to do it, or they're going to do it when they run into somebody like me who helps them get the product. So what I do is I will just literally fill those things in a cart and I say, okay, they're all in here. This is the price right now. If we go ahead and use my 10% off that I have, that I can throw in here for you, it's even cheaper. Do you want to get all of these right now or just one of them? It's still in her hands. And she's like, you know what? I think I'll just get the eucalyptus blue. Fabulous. We finish that. I say, go ahead and fill this out and just hand them your phone. They're putting all of their information, they're paying, they're doing, you're clicking, and it's finished. They are now a part of your organization. They have their oil coming to them, and then I'm going to follow up with, you know what we could do? I could come over your house and I could bring those other ones that we talked about so you can really smell them and see if those are ones you might want for next month. I'm doing that instant follow-up. I'm doing that. I don't wait until their products come in to build that relationship and that friendship. I get so many messages. I was just talking to my friend about this, Marlene, yesterday, saying that one of the topics we are going to cover at the conference that we do in November 7th and 8th, so excited, is I'm going to cover what follow-up really looks like, because I think we're confused. I think that we think in a month we follow up with that person, but 30 days has gone by, and in today's world, that means that they have seen 1,000 videos, they have watched 1 billion TikTok, and you are the last thing on their mind in 30 days. So by the time you shoot them a text, they're like, who is this again? Oh, it's that oil lady. Because they forgot you. Instead, do an immediate. We'll get together. You know what? Let's meet at Panera Bread Thursday. So they already got their product coming. I'm not coming for product. We're going to get together Thursday. We're going to get together because I want to be able to become friends with them. You don't ignore your friends, right? I want that friendship. I want that relationship. So huge, so important. And I also want to be able to get underneath them. They know people I don't know. There are people who need what we have that are now one person away from me. So I need to be able to get her to want to tell her sister, to want to tell her mom. And you do that in relationship. And that it's not just selling kits. I see lots of people who win lots of contests in Young Living because they sell lots of kits. And I am so thrilled that Bali, you can only get so many points by enrolling people. Boop. That's a cap. Boop. You know what you get most of the points for? Most of the points are for helping your people rank up. Do you know how you help your people rank up? You help them build. You get under those people and you help them go from star to senior star. How do you do that? Those home experiences, helping them talk to other people, giving them that passion to duplicate all the things. I'm just saying. All right, you guys, I love you. I will be back. Like I said, Monday I'll be on with the immune system. Watch for the hormone event. It is going live. It will sell out very, very quickly. So get a hold of your peeps right now, November 7th and 8th and 9th, and tell them we're driving to Michigan. Don't care where you live. Driving to Michigan, you're going to come see me. It's going to be a phenomenal conference. Love y'all. Chat later.